Ni hao, Sifu Kairesh here. Now, remember the article I sent to you regarding the observe, review, and listen technique? I think I've sent you a mail. If you're in my subscription, I will send you a mail regarding this article. Now, in Facebook also, I've also written about this article. Now, let me put into video form and explain to you what do I mean by observe, review, and listen. Now, if you're new towards learning Mandarin, okay, you don't know a single word in Mandarin. Maybe perhaps you know 你好, 谢谢, 再见, 我爱你, 你爱我, you know all this. Now, if you want to start speaking Mandarin, I suggest you to observe Chinese people. How are they speaking? Like it is because when you start listening to how Chinese people are speaking, you won't understand what they are speaking because they are too fast, correct or not? However, I want you to just continue to observe what Chinese people are speaking, and maybe the understanding part, you don't have to get into the understanding part. At least understand the flow. Get the flow. There will be a lot of words, they will keep using the same words again and again. Get the flow. There is a pattern. I want you to identify the pattern, which I've actually created. It's called the STV technique. Now, if you don't know what is the STV technique, get into my website, sifukairesh.com. There will be a free video, actually, free lesson. Put in your name and email address. I'll be giving you this whole course. There's a free masterclass, actually. Get the whole thing for free for you. So there will be a topic called an STV technique. So the STV technique is actually a pattern. So now, once you have identified the pattern, which is observing, you don't have to understand what they are speaking, but you have to see what words they keep repeating again and again. Okay, so when that words are keep repeating again and again, you sort of like understand, okay, this is the pattern. Once you do that, then you get into reviewing. What do I mean by reviewing? Meaning, okay, if you know this pattern is happening, okay, they keep speaking the same word again and again, this is what you do. You go back, you think and see, mentally review, think, okay, they keep using the word 没有, they keep using the word 可以, they keep saying 完, they keep saying 了, le. This word tend to be repeated again and again. Okay, this is where you start to ask your teacher. You go and review my lessons. You can even ask me. You can ask any of your Chinese friends. How do you ask your Chinese friends? Let's say you keep seeing the word, listening to the word 没有, but you just don't know what is 没有. Ask your Chinese friends, hey, I see this person is saying the word 没有. What is 没有? Sounds like meow, meow. Sounds like that. The Chinese person will tell you, look, 没有 is called don't have or didn't. This is where you start learning the words. Okay, done it? Next, go back and observe again Chinese people. You tend to hear them speaking the word 没有 in a conversation. This is where you follow the third step called listening. What do I mean by listening? Since you know 没有 is didn't, right? This is where you look at a Chinese person, see the conversation. Let's say they're speaking 没有 something. That means you know, okay, it is don't have, didn't. So if you keep doing this process again and again, observe, review, listen, observe, review, listen. Listen means you're really listening and trying to understand what they are speaking. Observe, you don't have to understand what they are speaking, you just have to catch the words. So if you keep doing this over and over again, the observe and review part will become automatic, it will become subconscious. That means when Chinese people start speaking Mandarin, you will be like, your ears will start catching. Automatically you'll be doing it unconsciously. But the first few weeks you have to do it consciously. What do I mean by consciously? Meaning you have to expose yourself towards Chinese people, Chinese conversation happening in the bus, when you're waiting for a train, when you're in a shopping mall, you go to a food court. Okay, don't tell me you cannot find Chinese people in Malaysia. There's a lot of Chinese people in Malaysia. Okay, so you just have to find where they are. Okay, find where they are. They will be speaking their conversations, okay, in Mandarin. So this is what you do: sit down, observe, but don't stare at them. If you stare at them, then of course it sounds very funny. Okay, you can just pretend that you're holding a phone. You're just holding a phone, and you try to observe what you all are speaking. So you have to identify the pattern. Once you identify the pattern, Whether it's Mandarin, Cantonese, Hakka, Hokkien or Teochew, it is the same pattern. If you don't understand the pattern, which is the observing part, and if you don't go back and review what did they actually speak, what did they actually speak, if you don't do these 2 steps, you can never understand how to speak Mandarin. Because you want to learn how to speak, right? Understand first, then speak. The speaking will come automatically because you already know how to listen to Mandarin. So I really hope this take this video seriously. Take this as a very strong lesson, because this is the only tool you need to start learning Mandarin fast. And then another thing is, you can go for classes. You can go for classes for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, even 1 year. You can go for classes on learning how to speak Mandarin. But if you don't do the listening part and the observing part and the identifying part, and then the most important is the reviewing part. You have to review what did you listen, what did you hear, what did you learn. Then if you don't review what you have learned, it will never retain in your memory. Okay, because when you keep repeating, when you keep observing, reviewing, reviewing, okay, when you do that, it becomes a habit. When it becomes a habit, it goes into your subconscious. Okay, when you become subconscious, it becomes automatic. This is where your speaking will become. Actually, you don't have to learn how to speak. Actually, once your listening and observing is strong, speaking is very easy. It's automatic. Like, for example, I'm asking you in English, how are you? You just tell I'm fine. That you have to think I am fine. Do you think like that? It's automatic, right? Same thing as how a baby learn how to speak. Did you go to school when you are young? When you are like 1 year old, 2 year old, did you go for language classes, English language classes when you are 1 year old? No, right? You just keep observing how your parents are speaking, and then you when you keep observing, you start copying. That's the observing part. When is the review? When is the reviewing part? When you get slapped by your parents. Parents slap you, pam. Oh my God, I made a mistake. That is the reviewing part. Because you keep copying, you don't know what right or wrong. Let's say, for example, the word stupid. You just don't know what is stupid. But at 1 year old, 2 year old, how would you know right or wrong? So, but you see your parents, okay, you see your family, you see people are using stupid. Even your hands also start going because you're copying what your parents are doing. So this is where you tell stupid, and then one slap comes to your face. So you tell, oh, okay, it's a reviewing part. So same thing goes to you now learning how to speak Mandarin or any other skills that you want to learn or any other language. Listen first, and then the speaking will come automatically. Alright, so I hope you have taken the tons of value here in this video. I'll be producing more videos for you to continue enjoying this journey of learning Mandarin. Alright, Sifu Kairesh here. Please go down to my website sifukairesh.com and join my mailing list, my subscription list. I'll be giving tons of value, tons of free lessons for you all. Alright, 谢谢你，再见。